Hi everyone, welcome to Numeriq Learning. So today is day 10 of Do Math With Me series, and today we have got to solve some 5 or 6 questions from the chapter Polynomials. Take your notebook, pause the video and let's do it together. The first question for the day is, if alpha and beta are zeros of the polynomial x square minus 1, then find the value of alpha plus beta. So this is your given question. Let's do it. So you're already given that alpha and beta are the zeros of x square minus 1, right? So the given polynomial p of x is nothing but x square minus 1. Let us take out, so the standard form of the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is nothing but the coefficient of x square, b is nothing but the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. Now from the given question, what is a? A is nothing but the coefficient of x square, which is nothing but 1. What is b? The coefficient of x. So we cannot see any x term here, so it's 0. And what is c? C is the constant, so it's minus 1. Now since you're already given that alpha and beta are the zeros, the sum of the zeros, right, sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta, is equal to minus b by a. This is the formula, right? Now you have to also find out the sum of the zeros, right? You have to find out alpha and beta are the zeros. You have to find alpha plus beta, which is nothing but sum of the zeros. So what is the formula? It is minus b by a. So minus 0 divided by a is 1. So the answer is 0. That's your answer. A good 1 mark question. Okay. So pause the video and do it, and then play the video and check if you are also getting the same answer. Do it for all the questions, and it is not going to take more than 20 minutes if you sit till the end. So let's do it on an everyday basis from Monday to Friday, and you will definitely see a difference in the next 1 or 2 months. Let's move on to the next question. Write a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are minus 3 and minus 4. So you are given the zeros, right? So let alpha be minus 3 and let the other 0, that is beta, be 4. What is the sum of zeros? The sum of the zeros means just add them, alpha plus beta. So minus 3 plus 4. So what is 4 minus 3? It is just 1. I'm going to denote it with the capital letter S. And then find the product of the zeros. So product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta, just find the product, right? Minus 3 multiplied by 4, which is nothing but minus 12. So I'm going to denote the product of zeros as P. Now what is, if you know the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros, you can form a quadratic polynomial which will have these two values as sum and product of the zeros respectively. So the formula is nothing but k multiplied by x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus the product of the zeros. So k is nothing but it's just a constant. It can be any value, because you can have many quadratic polynomials with the 0 as minus 3 and 4 respectively. So it is never the case that you will have a finite number of polynomials with the given zeros, that is minus 3 and 4. There can be infinite number of quadratic polynomials that will have the zeros as minus 3 and 4. That is why you are restricting and you are making a constant called k, right? So x square minus, what is the sum of zeros? It is 1. So 1x, and what is the product? It is minus 12, right? Sum is 1 and the product is minus 12. So I'm going to substitute in place of s as 1, in place of the product minus 12. Okay, and you can write if k equal to 1, if k is equal to 1, then what is the quadratic polynomial? It will be x square minus x minus 12. Okay, this is what is given in some of the books, or you can probably divide it throughout by 2. Okay, or so it depends completely. If you divide it by 2, you will get x square by 2 minus x by 2 minus what is 12 by 2? It is 6. So anything, I would prefer you writing this answer. X square minus x minus 12. So whenever you are given the zeros, right? Whenever you have a question wherein zeros are given, and if you are asked the quadratic polynomial, what will you do? First of all, you will assume one of the zero as alpha, the other zero as beta. Find the sum of the zeros, that is add the two, find the sum and denote it with s. Find the product of the zeros, multiply them, and that will be p. And remember this formula, k multiplied by x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of the zeros. So x square minus sx plus p. If you remember this, you will be able to write or form a quadratic polynomial with the given sum and product of zeros. So this is a very good and important question that is often repeated and has been frequently asked. Let's do the next question the same way. Again, please pause the video and try it yourself. I will give you 10 seconds of time. So pause the video and then play it again and let's see if your answer is matching mine. Meanwhile, let me go ahead and do it the same way. So I will let the zeros be alpha equal to 0 and the beta value be 4. These are the given zeros of the polynomial. So if I am given the zeros, in order to form a quadratic polynomial, I need to find the sum of the zeros. The sum of the zeros, which I will denote by s, is equal to alpha plus beta. So 0 plus 4, which is 4. And then the product of the zeros, which I'll denote it with p, that is just multiply alpha and beta value. So 0 multiplied by 4, which is 0. Now, as I told you in the previous question, substitute it in the standard quadratic polynomial formula, which is nothing but k multiplied by x square minus sx plus p. So k multiplied by x square minus sum is 4x plus 0. So this will give you k multiplied by x square minus 4x, right? And if k equal to 1, if you are taking k equal to 1, you can take any value. What will be the polynomial? 1 multiplied by, it will just be x square minus 4x. That's all. This is your answer. If k equal to 1. You can take k as any value. If you take k equal to 2, you will have 2x square minus 8x. If you are taking k equal to 3, 3x square minus 12x. Like that, you can take any value of k. So there is no standard answer for this question. There can be infinite number of polynomials, quadratic polynomials, which will have zeros as 0 and 4 respectively. So both second and the third question that we just now did within 8 minutes. So you have done 3 questions within 8 minutes. And I would say that's a remarkable thing, that because you're learning, right? If you are asked this question and if you're focusing in this video and doing it along with me, I am sure it is really going to be very helpful for you during your board examination. So let's move on to the next question. If f of t equal to 2t square minus 8 minus 80 and m and n are the zeros of the polynomial, find the value of m square minus 2m plus n square. Again, a very, very important question. Let us do it together. First of all, let us write what is given. Given is nothing but your polynomial f of t is equal to 2t square minus 80. I'm going to rearrange it. Minus 8. So what are the coefficients? A is nothing but the coefficient of t square, which is 2. B is nothing but the coefficient of t along with the sign. So it's minus 8. And C, which is the constant. So A is the coefficient of t square 2. And then B is nothing but coefficient of t. And the constant, which is C, is nothing but minus 8. Right? Let us calculate first of all the sum of the zeros. sum of the zeros. What are you given? You are not given alpha, beta. Here you are given m and n. So m plus n is equal to, the formula is minus b by a, because we have to relate both zeros as well as the coefficients. Minus belongs to the formula and b is nothing but minus 8 divided by 2. So it's nothing but 8 by 2, which is nothing but 4. So the sum of the zero is 4. Similarly, let us calculate the product of the zeros. P, that is m into n. The formula is c by a. What is c? Minus 8. What is a? 2. So what's the answer? Minus 4. Right? But now what is the thing is, you have to find what is the value of m square minus 2mn plus n square. Provided all these variables, right, m and n are the zeros of the polynomial. So, but what we have found out using the given polynomial and the given coefficients, we have found out the sum, which is m plus n, and we have also found out a value for the product. We have to change this to a form such that we only have m plus n and m into n. Now listen very carefully. You are asked to find m square minus 2mn plus n square, right? So you can write this as m square plus n square minus 2mn. I'm just rearranging and writing. We also know a formula which is nothing but m plus n the whole square, which is similar to a plus b the whole square. So m square plus n square plus 2ab, correct? But I need to find what is this m square plus n square. So m square plus n square will be equal to this 2ab will be going to the other end. So what will m square and n square be? M square plus n square will be equal to m plus n the whole square minus 2ab is what I am getting. Now it's not ab, it's mn, right? 2mn. Now let this be 1 and let this be 2. So we have got it in the form and we changed it. This is a formula which we already know, a plus b the whole square. So m plus n the whole square equal to a square m square plus n square plus 2mn. Here also I have made a mistake. It's mn. Okay. It is 2mn. But in our original question, right, we need to find a value for m square plus n square. So from this formula, that is m plus n the whole square, we get to know that m square plus n square equal to m plus n the whole square minus 2mn. So here if you see, you have the sum of 0. Here you have product of the 0. Just put 2 in 1. Put 2 in 1. So what does it become? If you substitute m square plus n square with this. So let me rewrite it. M square plus n square minus 2mn. This is your equation 1. In place of this m square plus n square, I am going to replace it with this formula. That is m plus n the whole square minus 2mn. Again, there is a minus 2mn. Now, what is the sum? So, we have everything, we have changed it to the form of sum of zeros and product of the zeros. So, this is equal to, we can solve it, m plus n the whole square minus 2 minus 2, it is minus 4 mn. So, what is m plus n? What is the value you got? M plus n is 4. Mn is minus 4. Okay. So, 4 the whole square minus 4 into product is minus 4. What is 4 square? 16. Minus into minus is plus. Again 4 into 4, 16. So, the answer is 32. This is your final answer. So, whatever be the expression asked in terms of the zeros, there are multiple questions of the same kind. Whenever you are given a polynomial, first of all, take out the coefficients, find the sum and product of the zeros using this formula. That is, sum of zeros equal to minus b by a, product of the 0 equal to c by a. Get these two values. And then see how you can transform this in a way that the entire expression has only sum of zeros, that is n plus n, and then product of the zeros, so that you can just substitute the value and find the final result. So this is how you have to do it. Please do it once and see. Right? So pause the video and try it yourself once and see if you are getting the correct answer. One very important thing when you're doing is m square plus n square equal to m plus n the whole square. When plus 2m goes to the other end, it becomes minus 2m. Be very careful with the sign as well. Okay, mn is nothing but your minus 4. So minus into minus is plus. So be very, very careful and you will definitely be able to get the answer as 32. Please make sure you are solving and not just looking at the video. That is not going to serve the purpose. I want you to take your notebook and solve the question with me. Make sure you write the question and do. All of these questions are very, very important questions from CBSE sample papers and previous year's board papers. Right? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Find a quadratic polynomial whose sum and product of the zeros are minus 5 and sum. So it's directly given. It's a very direct question. The sum and product are given. What is the sum of the zero? Sum of the zeros is equal to minus 5. So this is nothing but your S. And then the product of the zeros equal to 6. And this is your product P. So what is the formula that we learned? If you know the sum and the product of zeros, we can easily write a quadratic polynomial, which is k multiplied by x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Just substitute the value k multiplied by x square minus sum is minus 5 into x plus product of the zeros 6. Okay. So k multiplied by x square minus into minus plus 5x plus 6. And you can write if k equal to 1 or when k equal to 1, what will be the quadratic polynomial? It will just be x square plus 5x plus 6. And that's your answer. Okay. Very easy. If you know the sum and the product of the zeros, you can directly write the quadratic polynomial. Okay. Now, let's move on to the last question of the day. We still have 3 minutes left for the time to be 20 minutes. But again, it's going to be approximately 20 minutes. So if one of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 3x plus k is 2, then find the value of k. Very easy question. Let's do it. You can also try the solution yourself. Just try it and let's see how, because I want you to think, and based on whatever you have learned so far, just try it, try to solve it, and then you can continue the video. So here, the given polynomial, let it be p of x equal to x square plus 3x plus k. This is given in the question. Okay. This is given. So one of the zeros, so let alpha be 2. One of the zeros of the polynomial is given, right? So if one of the zero is 2, find the value of k. Now, here, what is a and what is b and what is c? A is 1, b is coefficient of x, which is 3, and your c is nothing but k, right? So what is the sum of the zero? Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. What is alpha? 2. What is beta? We don't know. Equal to what is minus b by a? Minus 3 by 1. Right? So beta, 2 plus beta equal to minus 3. And you have beta equal to minus 3 plus 2. If it goes to the other side, it will become minus 2. So what does it? What do you get? You get a minus 5. Okay, so beta equal to minus 5. But are you asked beta? No, you are asked to find the value of k. Now let us see what is the product of the root. What is the product? C by a. What is alpha? Alpha is 2 given in the question. What is beta? We just found minus 5. Equal to c is nothing but your k by your a is 1. So what is 2 into minus 5? Minus 10 is equal to k. So what is your final answer? K equal to minus 10. See how easy it is. All you need to know is If you are given a quadratic polynomial, take out the coefficients, find the sum of the zeros and the product of the zero using the formula sum of the zeros equal to minus b by a and the product of the zero equal to c by a. So a, b and c, write it always along with the sign. I hope you understood. I hope you are learning as well. In each and every question we will be solving, we will be learning, and let this learning continue. So today we are completing day 10 of Do Math with me. Let's go on and continue this video and this series tomorrow on day 11. Meet you all tomorrow. Happy learning. Thank you so much, and please do invite all your friends to join this initiative called Do Math with me. And do share, and if you like my video, please do subscribe. Thank you.